Okay, hello testing. Hello testing. How we doing? There we are. I'm here. I have appeared. Jess, hello. I know it is silly, but we never talk. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Context being Jess, but just in a call. But anyway, let's get going. So we're playing some more Disco Elysium today. I'm having a great time with it. We literally never talk. I know, right? It's weird, actually. It's been really weird. We haven't seen each other in ages. Kind of odd. Kind of strange, you know? Kind of strange. I wish you got back to me more. Anyway. Anyway. Playing Disco Elysium. So, this game has been great so far. I've loved it. It's very narrative and dialogue heavy, just as a heads up. So we're probably gonna spend the entire stream talking to like 5 people again, and that's gonna be the whole stream. So that was basically what yesterday was, which is great. I love it. But for some people, that pacing is way too slow, and I completely get that. But for me, that is like on point. I love it. It's good. It's a good time. So yeah, we're gonna take our time with it. See what happens. Who even are you? Who even am I? That's a great question. That is a great question. A question I don't think I have the answer to either. Maybe I'm an imposter. Maybe I'm not actually Dave. Maybe I'm Evad. The evil twin. Mwahaha. That was the most unenthusiastic laugh to go with that as well. It was great. Joel, hello. How you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Happy Disco. Honestly, Disco's great. I really recommend it. It's very narrative heavy. We haven't really had much like in the way of combat, but in terms of its storytelling and its world building, it's phenomenal. I really think it's really good. I strongly recommend it, dude, because I know that you were eyeing it up for a little bit. I don't know if that's still the case, but yeah, I do recommend. I don't know if I'm sure Ali has probably joined me in singing its praises recently. You've had it installed for months. That's right. Yeah. One day, that's the copium right there, Joel. One day you will start it. One day. So last time we were doing some detecting. There's a body. Basically, we're a detective. We have a bit of, I guess there's a little bit of spoilers, so just be warned. But we're a detective. This is our partner. We're looking to find what happened in a case that we're unfamiliar with in general, I guess is a fair way of putting it. Last time we met Kuno. Kuno doesn't fucking care. Kuno's my favourite character. KY, welcome in. Ray says hi too. Hey Ray, how you doing as well? Hope you're both doing okay. Yeah, this game has been really good. I've been enjoying it a lot so far. Can I examine this? Did I not examine it before?
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Noted.
Hmm. I'm wondering what else we should do. Okay, so we talked to this skull outside the bookshop for a little bit last time. Is there anything I can do here? I think we looked at all of the books available, didn't we? Let's try going in the store. Oh, is this the lady that we called, pretending to be Kuno? Uh-oh.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Heimdall. Hell yeah. Storekeep, tell me about the Muscle Man books. Imagine just kicking down the door and that being the first thing you demand. Flory, welcome in as well. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope that everybody's been having a good week. We're currently in the middle of the week, but I hope that everything's going okay. Can't believe you managed 3 days in a row. Honestly, it's great. I'm happy to see you around, my dude. It's great. Yeah, let's go with that.
Man from Hjelmdal. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Excellent. I'll take every single copy you have. Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds good. Which one should I start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelmdalaman, the man from Hjelmdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Okay, we don't have the money for that right now. Let's look through the display of books.
Rows and rows of Hjelmdalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hjelmdal and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hjelmdal, Return to Hjelmdal. And the solipsistic Man from Hjelmdal and the Hjelmdal Man.
Wow. Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Hjelmdal and the Sages at the End of the World. Man from Hjelmdal and the False God. Man from Hjelmdal and the Scorched Earth.
Get comfortable,
Man
everyone.
from Hjelmdal, the Hjelmdal colonies. Man from Hjelmdal and the Swamp Beast. Man from Hjelmdal and the Snow Crabs.
Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Hjelmdal in Hell. Man from Hjelmdal and the Forest of Slaves. Man from Hjelmdal under the lake. Man from Hjelmdal, Hjelmdal burning. There's even The Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Hjelmdalaman.
Wow.
And so much more.
Holy moly, okay. That's a white check, so we can retry it. Am I gonna die if I do this, though? Hang on. Alright, we're gonna...
The display rack is brimming with worn paper, nothing of interest. Only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
I see, okay. Just to re-roll it, I have to... Okay, sure. That's the one thing I'm still getting used to, is the re-roll system. I was talking to Lara a little bit about it, but... I think I need to see it in action to kind of get like a gist for it. Yeah, just the gaunt look of like, oh, well then, that's it, that's my life now. Okay. Do you want to talk to the bookkeeper lady? I mean, her daughter is doing like a lot of work, considering how cold it is out there right now.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Storekeep, what board games do you have?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography.
Oh, very nice. Bean time. Thank you, J Boogie. Hope you're doing well, dude. Well, so JBoogie has hit me up with a way to access the remastered CDI Zelda games. So I might have a look into how to do that, and if I can figure it out like sooner than later, in terms of like fitting it into what we have scheduled and stuff, I might play the CDI Zelda games, but they're gonna be a fucking they're gonna be a chore. Golly, gee, it sure is boring around here. Alright, okay. I picked out a bean. Oh no, is this the vomit bean? JBoogie, I think I finally got the fabled vomit bean. Okay, it's either like... Honestly, this could be like two things. It could be vomit. I think it might be earthworm again. Right, this could be vomit or earthworm. Or maybe if I'm really, really on copium, it's gonna be candy floss, but I don't think it's gonna be candy floss. No, it's earthworm. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's bad. That's not good. I'm glad it's not vomit, but still. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that, JBoogie. Ali, hello, how you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
That's it, we definitely have children. 100%. The protagonist, this man right here. You're gonna have worm breath now? I am. I nearly said bean breath. I was like, hang on, that would be infinitely better than worm breath. Slightly related. Did you play Earthworm Jim? I've always wanted to play Earthworm Jim properly. I've played like tiny bits of the games before, and I like them a lot, but I never finished them. So I'm thinking once one of the like older platformer games gets picked on the wheel, I might swap it out for an Earthworm Jim game. But we'll wait and see. I feel like if we beat the Donkey Kong Country trilogy, Earthworm Jim might be a good like thing to fill its place, just because it's the same kind of vein of game, if that makes sense. That or any other like side scroller. So yeah, I don't know. We'll wait and see. But I do want to get around to it. Groovy. One of my favorites is there's like a wolf that like turns to stone and howls as it sort of does it. JBoogie in one of the Zelda games. It's so funny.
Do you have friends or family?
Wow, I have I have children, a family. I do have friends. Look at the lieutenant. You haven't got any friends.
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Yes. Kids, friends, chicks, I have all of those.
Don't be so hard on yourself, sir. You just need to clean up a bit. And technically, friends are a bit like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
I'll take your entire stock for Civ for the board game. Let's go. Oh yeah, to be fair, I think that's probably one of the places I saw it. It was at AVGN for me. They're the two playthroughs I probably would have watched at the time.
lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts.
Oh god, here we go.
That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure gamebook titled
Hell yeah.
Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
Let's go.
Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
What do you mean? What's wrong with that? Anything that really catches my eye?
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
I see.
That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement.
True.
So it makes sense.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
So, are you the owner of this store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Oh, yeah. So this is the lady that we called her and pretended to be Kuno. The girl outside mentioned that this place was cursed.
Cursed?
Or is
Who said
cursed.
that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
I don't see why we shouldn't say we did.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
Oh, we're definitely gonna hype her up. She was very chill. Either we hype them up or we don't grade a human being, and we kind of like... I feel like this isn't our place to start throwing our own opinion into the fray. Like, it's... Just because we're, like, an authoritative person, or we're a cop, doesn't mean we should start, like... dishing out what we think is right and wrong in a setting like this, even if we disagree with something. So I don't know. I also feel like as we're like an actor, or we think that we're playing several roles for a superstar, I feel like we definitely play into just giving her a good like review and moving on. But yeah, I don't know.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labour. Maybe I should mention about her being anxious.
not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
Wow, fuck you.
A part of hers too, clearly.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
Thank you, Kim, for stepping in. Just Logo, welcome in. How are you? Hope you're doing well. That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter. I feel like that's... I don't know. Again, it's weird, because I don't feel like it's my place to come in here and be, like, telling them all this, but at the same time, it feels like someone's got to. And it's more, I don't want her to then face the repercussions of that because of how I've acted. So I'm not sure what to do. I think I will have to bring this up though. You doing good, thanks? Hope you're as well. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, thanks. I'm enjoying Disco a lot. This game has been really, really good. Honestly, anyone who hasn't played it themselves, I recommend it a bunch. It is so good at narrative world building and storytelling. The voice acting's been great. I've loved it. It's really good. It's really, really good. I feel like this middle one's the best one to go with.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
You're like Annette to your husband and mother?
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But my husband...
My husband is completely different, of course.
Again, I don't know how much I should be playing into this, but... Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Grand Couronne? What's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Probably, is that Gran Canaria? Well, actually, is that how you spell that? It's probably that how you spell that. I was thinking it might be like Gran Canaria or like one of the little like Channel Islands or something like that. Or it could just, I don't know. I'm not sure what it's a nod to actually, but it sounds like it's sort of an idealistic place to sort of like move to or retire to. Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy. We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand.
Pretty sure we established that I was... Anyway.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
I mean, fair enough. I did also just have to check if that's how... Because I'm awful when it comes to, like, spelling of place names. I had to double check that was, like, Gran Canaria. I've had moments in the past where I've, like, completely... What was the one on... What was it on stream? There was a word that I got completely wrong. I can't remember what it was. It was something really, really embarrassing, but yeah. Don't we? She doesn't go to school anymore. Yeah, that's kind of scary to think about.
She's been too busy helping me here, so she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into.
I had something else in mind.
The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
What if I wanted to buy a book?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go, get back there. The books await you.
So what type of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Alright, farewell now, book peddler. Alright. Gran Canaria always sounds like a really nice place though. It's one of those places where I'd be kind of intrigued. Intrigued to check it out.
Sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
So much homework.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it, but still.
Oh, I found something while you were away. I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
Aw. Wait. Where did you get it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
It's a fedora.
Maybe. It's the hat Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that.
Hey.
Right, I have to get back to my homework now. Before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
Alright, we'll leave her to it. At least she's out of the cold, that's the main thing.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Hey, this boy's famous. Should we just pretend to be him? Is that gonna be weird if we try and just pretend to be him from now on? Also, should we put the hat on? Hang on. Oh yeah. Let's go. Okay, we have a pen as well, okay. Sure.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen.
Storkeep. What's all the this crime
Oh,
fiction?
crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Thanks. I'm sure I need that.
Crime fiction is a disgrace, an asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
Yeah.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Yeah, go on then.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies?
Oh no, turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Of course, okay. Are there any more?
Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
Didn't we say that?
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen? Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here? Mistaken identity?
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
What does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
That's probably right. I'm a complicated guy, full of contradictions.
Then this is the book for you.
Sadly, we cannot buy it because we are poor as shit. But for later, sure.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Still keep anything of note on this shelf?
I would say The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power. A very influential historical figure, but surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Okay.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Wow.
Next to that, Rivasholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a run-down drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' day.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long.
What the fuck? Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
We're now going to proceed to do nothing but this again. It's cool.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services. It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway.
Wow,
without
okay.
even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver.
Oh shit, that book actually sounds good for us.
There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraise tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this? The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
What's the
The
pale?
book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
What's this book about?
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale. also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale.
Sounds painful. Yeah, this is... Yeah, these home remedy things are always, like... Always interesting to read about. They always sound a little bit far-fetched. Some of them do, like... There are little bits and pieces where it's like, oh wow, this actually does kind of work, but like, oftentimes it all seems like it's a little bit nonsense, or it's a little bit like, it kind of does the job, but not really. I don't know. It's strange. Oh, we got some votes coming in. KY, thank you for the vote for Earthbound 2. Let's go. Let's go. Also known as Mother 3. And then, Flobbery, thank you so much for the Pokemon stat vote. I'll make sure to add those at the end of the stream. But yeah. Good stuff, thank you very much, guys. Sounds painful.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
What else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pail. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pail and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
What does it do?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
Oh.
That seems improbable.
Probably get my hands on some of that.
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pail, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions.
I see.
This is exactly what you need. There's
Anything
an
else in
entire
note?
section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Well, I certainly don't need that.
Close the book and return it to its place on the shelf.
Okay. Alright, we're nearly done with the bookshop. There's a lot of things to take in, but it's all interesting.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme. Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou, in a bookstore. It's you. You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu, on Archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Muindi is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods. But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away.
Okay.
Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the river Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Rivershell East. Hudon, it's somewhere to live, not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forburg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
Coal City, let's go.
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Rivershell Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbour, even the whirling in rags there.
Okay. Right, well we have a vibe of what we can get here at least, so when we come back, if we need things, then like, then we can. Can we go this way? This is what we're not meant to go behind the curtain, right? That's something we were told. This guy's voice is so soothing. You always fell asleep. It's really soothing, right? I would honestly love to have like, as a sleep aid, just having like him read lore to me would be great. I'm someone that like benefits from that when I try and sleep. Like I was talking to some people about it recently, but I used to fall to sleep listening to the Harry Potter audiobooks, and that is like 110% my thing and my gem. They're just having Stephen Fry's dulcet tones talking to me as I'm trying to go to sleep is like, oh, it's the best.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
My mistake. Even isn't that where the fedora came from? It's from the back room. Listening to those currently? Hell yeah. The Stephen Fry version. I love that man. He's great. I love Stephen Fry. What's behind these curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Alright, we'll ignore it for now. We'll probably be back here at some point anyway. But thank you for your services. We'll be leaving now. Come on, Kim. Wow, that was 55 minutes and we were like in the bookshop for basically all of it. That's mad. we're definitely going to be taking our time with this game. There is another version, but you prefer the Fry a lot. I didn't know there was more than the Fry version, to be honest, but I guess it does make sense. Street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Of course it does.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Tell me, what exactly have you been doing in your greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
This is a red check, it cannot be retried. Is it always worth going for these? Like... Because these lock me out of trying it again later. And I feel like I've failed so many of them at this point, I'm a little bit skeptical of doing them to begin with, but like... I don't know. I think I'm going to do it. We'll try some of these out first, but I'll do it in a sec.
Nitrogen and sulfur mostly. And whatever factories and aerostatics exhale too, I guess.
Okay.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
Entrance to the yard. Well, we passed it. You can try swapping your outfit to change your stats. I don't think we have any other outfits right now, right? Oh, you made it. Yeah. The traffic jam?
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
Are you by chance keeping an eye on us?
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble.
I was talking to him, yes.
Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he certainly won't help you.
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes, I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Okay. Should we ask about the fuck the police thing? I guess we have a vibe for like why we're not welcome, so I don't feel like... As I said before, I don't think our characters are dunce, even though we don't remember much. I think our characters best being like... I feel like they can piece things together in their brain without having to be completely like, I don't know anything, please teach me everything all the time. So I'm happy to not do that, but I guess saying we need directions isn't completely like out the question, I don't think. I don't know. That censoring was super creepy. It was a little bit. We need directions.
Of course. Where to?
I guess in general it's probably just good to hear all of these, but...
What do you mean? We're in Martinez, sir. This intersection is called Roundabout North, I think. There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The harbor gates? Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store too. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
What's on the other side of the canal?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
What's in the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Thanks, that's all for now.
No problem.
Alright, I have to run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Oh, one more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Okay. Well, thank you for the gloves. Let's go. Look at us. We are like... we are doing our thing. Let's go. Alright. Can we deal with the body? Is that something we can go and do now? Let's go. Look at us with our TF2 engineer gloves. Sentry coming up. Building a dispenser. Hello Kuno, how you doing?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Alright. We try Kuno again? I don't know.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Okay. Is it bad for Kuno?
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Kuno doesn't fucking care. I want Kuno to be like our bud. I don't want him to dislike me. So I'm trying to think like it's way too early to consider safe scumming. Way too early.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some
Okay. We'll wait a bit. I don't want to interact with any of the Kuno stuff just yet. Okay, what else do we have to do? We could try and pry the lid open with the pry bar. Should we try that?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Never mind. There's it that we could speak to someone. The manager. Alright, let's try and speak to the manager about it then. Excuse me, I'd like to see the manager. That's the bookstore. Whereabouts was our place from, like, here? It was, like, further down this way, right? Was this the whirling in rags? Oh, actually, I'm a bit disorientated right now. This is the place. Perfect. Hey, you're new. You need to read what it said below the check. Let's have a look. Hang on. That is a good hint. Because yeah, there are elements of the mechanics I'm still not quite getting yet.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Oh, tool not equipped. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so if I equip it... where is it? Pry bar. Alright, there we go. Alright.
This trash container is locked.
It's
The
still...
sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
It's still 3% though. It's still not a high percentage, although. Yikes. We're not a strong boy, what can I say? We are not a strong boy. Alright. We'll leave it for now. Look at us, we're like Gardener Gordon Freeman. Hey Gordon, it's me, Barney, from Black Mesa. Alright. Oh well, we tried. We tried. You see how it works? Yeah, honestly, that's a good thing to know, so thank you. I didn't realize that you had to physically equip the item. Spend money to make money, okay. Sir?
Real mature, man. What exactly were you trying to accomplish?
Damn, your feet thought we got away.
Can I get something for effort?
You know what? The stupid drinks you've had are on the house. You know why? Because I know you can't pay for them. Not because you ran away. Now, I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window. That's 100 square. Not entirely cool. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there.
Okay, that's fair. Because you ran away last time, yeah. I mean, we can't afford it. We've got like 60p. I assume 1 Royale is this one, right? So we currently have like the equivalent of 60p. I see. So it's a Royale £1, or like $1, or whatever the currency might be. Is it like £1, or is this 60 Royale that I have right now?
Now, what the hell did you want?
I assume not.
You wanted something to come back here.
I assume 100 is like a lot more than what I've got. The trash container out back. So is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling
Prod
is.
at him and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous to you? Guarding everyone's leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Didn't the voiceover just say 9-day, but it says 11-day? Did I completely mishear that and I heard 9 when he actually said 11? Because I think the voiceover said 9 and it's 11 there in the text. I could be wrong, but I thought I heard 9. Yum yum, tell me more.
He killed himself.
Oh, okay.
No one was implying you were, officer.
You check the
Where-
VOD. Thank you. I appreciate you. We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Hmm. thing I need to talk
What
to you about.
thing?
Is there a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union?
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
I feel that's a bit of a dig at us, but
He
okay.
hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
Shame you gotta suck up to the Union to stay afloat.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to explain myself to you.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
Okay.
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
How do I feel about him? He's giving Squidward vibes. He's just sort of like, I just work here. This is my job. I just want to get on with it. I'm putting up with things. He's pretty chill though. If anything, I kind of sympathize a tiny bit. Just because, like, he's this guy that's like, for fuck's sake, like, I'm just putting up with it. It did say 9. Okay, so I was right then. So, like, the text said 9, but the text said 11, but the voiceover said 9. That's weird. I wonder if that was, like, a change in, like, I don't know. That's strange. Something else I wanted to ask you about.
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Okay. So another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love...
Actually,
Yes.
never mind. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Oh, why?
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Let's go. What's a sad banger? What will we sing? Everybody hurts. Fake plastic trees. It must have been love. I don't know.
Your body
One
is
of the
ready,
above.
sire.
Alright, we'll leave for now. We got what we needed, so...
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Everything by Linkin Park, yeah. Honestly, anything by Linkin Park. Everything and anything is perfect. God, could you see him just singing Numb on the stage? I can picture it now. Kim could do all of the, like the preamble. I don't know why, it doesn't even matter how hard you try. That could be Kim. And then he just comes in for the screaming bits. That'd be great. I have no idea.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Far away?
In time or space?
Both?
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I trace it way back somehow. The exact street to the exact number on the building.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Okay, so once we level up, we need to get like another... Oh wait, can I do one now? Oh, I can do one now. Some kind of superstar loses logic, okay. I feel like we should do that one at some point, but I think to get the encyclopedia we lost back, we should do that one. And then... Who do I do that? Nah, we're not going to do that one for now. I think I'm going to increase my logic. Just play into the superstar thing we're doing, though. But, it's okay. Alright, we're getting all kinds of, like, quest objectives and whatever. Wait, can we go in? Oh, we can. Dishes are drying. Remember, spices and alcohol, tomato hangs in the air, okay. Hey, how you doing?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please, it's not funny.
Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Sure, we'll leave him to it. Can we go in here?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I'm drawn to its cobalt blue. It's part of the wedding in rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
Yes, a mini side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Alright, Gart, let's go see him again. See if we can get access. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe. Literally, as soon as you see a door, it's like, yep. No thoughts. Only what colour is the door and where does the door go?
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those.
I love those. SpongeBob. It got, there's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
You know what's behind it? You have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Alright. I guess we could try and just open it. I don't think we've done that yet. Even he's curious, yeah. Let's have a look, see what we can do.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe.
Try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
Okay, we'll see if we can find some like... Ooh, hang on, what's this? There's money. Hello, I like money. Little balloons, me boy. Alright, let's keep going. See what else we can do. Oh, that's right, we have the key now, so let's see if we can get into here. We should just be able to do this now, right?
This trash container is locked.
Open the padlock with the
Sliding lid
key.
as a padlock that says, with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Why though? Didn't I just have the premonition there's something in here?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
I think we're still gonna do it.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Okay.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Used to what? Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash.
Alright, dive further.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Pick up the rags. Oh, sorry, pick at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Grab them.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pocket empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Okay. The dumpster design looks so weird. Yeah, it is a little bit odd. I kinda like it though. It does look like a big can, yeah, I kinda like it. It's I think it fits the vibe very well. Like the sort of world they're painting, I could definitely see it being a thing, but it is kinda weird.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ugh.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Alright, we should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
What do you mean? I'm sure he's probably got something to say.
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Sure.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
The mug. I'm getting the mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Uh-oh. An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
I see. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He sounds... yeah.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Thank you, tutorial agent. Search for
It's
food
just
waste.
organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. Nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. No, it can't be. I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Uh-oh. I was afraid you'd miss it for a second. I'm glad we kept going, honestly. It must have been cramping my style. Oh no. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin.
What are you talking about?
I speak of the tongue. I don't know.
I don't know either. You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some have fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
I like the cramping my style answer, yeah.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Alright. Okay, we have a lot to interact with. So interact. Interact button. Sorry, am I blind? Or is it literally
It's
that?
just
Okay.
a racist
Sure.
mug.
Okay.
What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here. Actually, look at all that content.
Oh boy. Here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of the is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example for what not to do. Fair, okay. I kinda like that one. Wait, okay, the mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my bad, ass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement, a mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug, oh god, okay. Okay, alright. Don't like that one.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Damage notes.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Ugh, okay. Yikes. I don't even want to know where this clipboard's been. You need to sleep, save early, save often. Will do, Flobby. Thank you so much for stopping by, dude, and hanging around. I appreciate you. And yeah, I will see you again soon. Take it easy. I hope you sleep well. Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Expected toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look exactly the same.
If you want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not, though. It's toilet paper.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper. I mean, kitchen tissue. Sorry. Peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger, and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Smell the ledger. I don't want to do it, but
the acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience.
ugh.
This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Yikes. Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your fingers across the aluminium.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
Oh, okay. Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
You mentioned the headlights of your
Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Oh wow.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to be my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure if I completed them though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
God knows I've made my share. He tries not to think of them. Like a fan of girls, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There was mention of a naming convention here?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Okay, so this is where the books are gonna come in, like, handy? For us being, like one of those detective books, maybe? And they're written in capital letters, too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Ukar parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean the non-numeric one. The titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case The Square Bullet Holes Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one The Man with the Hole in His Head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Count the pages. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper using the pen Lena gave you.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters.
Aw.
The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Shit on a stick. I gotta like shit on a stick. The Hanged Man. Kind of like the Hanged Man. Quite literal, but...
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Hey, 30 experience as well. I think he was chill with that too. That's cool. I'm done inspecting these.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Can I read the case files now?
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin.
Hey.
It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural.
Oh, okay. Interesting, okay. Plus the tarot reference, yeah. That's sort of why I was thinking it too. Felt like a cool one to go for.
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HDB?
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Oh, okay. Those aren't my initials, I'm not feeling them.
Feeling isn't really the jurisdiction we're in right now. Probably for the best, because HDB feels like bad news from yesteryear. Like shit, honcho.
How long does it take to read a case?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start? This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class."
Wow.
People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options.
I don't know. I mean, we'd probably be asked to remove it. I'm trying to think retroactively what was, like, the better call here, but...
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world, for new people. And it is too late for us.
I don't even know what I say to this, but... I feel like we take all of this quite literally. Like, I feel like... some of the questions that the game almost wants me to be asking feel so... how do I put this? I know this is a common thing for role-playing games, but it's like... it's one of those things where we feel like a bit of a blank canvas in terms of, like... where we stand with a lot of this stuff, I guess. I feel like this top one is probably a case of, like... the more literary response to what we've just read.
In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter, and agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next?
We'll revisit this, I think.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red. all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched, it's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with.
Wow,
the edges
okay.
are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Ooh.
Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
I like my odds.
Is not what you end
Shit.
up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some. Then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Alright. That's what I get for trying that. Alright. Okay, we can level up though. I think we're getting close to leveling up again as well. That's cool. We have 1 in logic. I feel like authority is going to be an important one in general. I'm thinking that might be a good one to like put something in. I feel like that would back up our drama one a little bit too, but yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking authority. That might be fun. So now we got the authority. Alright. Okay, we got a secret passage. We put the clothes in the trash, so we got to go back to the lad in a minute. Check what's going on. I think we'll wrap up today by asking Kuno if he saw anything with the bin. And then we'll, yeah, as I say, we'll end it there.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Authority, I know, right? I know, right? Authoritar. I talked to the gardener, she said not to listen to you.
Pig, do you have any idea how fucking stupid that sounds? Kuno's cruising his bitch on the town, and the bitch comes back griefing to the Kuno. What is up with that?
Get the fuck out of here, fat ass. Those
Wow.
pants are too small for you.
Wow. Well, that's what I get for trying.
The fuck about it? You're tested.
Get lost.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
Okay, we have a few more things we can actually talk to him about. So we have Dead Man's clothes were in the trash container. How do they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen! Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Shall we play along a little bit? Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Of course.
Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
500 rare, yeah.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Fuck's
They
sake.
also make you into an idiot.
True. I might be interested. I'll see what happened to his clothes. He must have seen them lying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
I might be interested.
Alright, Pickle. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yeah, does the racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker, 'cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene, cleaned it up.
Shit,
Clean
that's
some of it up.
tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
Fuck's sake.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting two and two together.
Okay.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Wow.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Kuno, there's a stack... Wait, there's a stack of Eternite back there?
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind, lazy dinks.
There it is. That strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material.
You can't hide it. I see without vision with my inner eye. I don't have a single normal thing to say.
In her eye! Fuck are you talking about? Ask me a normal question, pig!
They're trying to make you feel stupid, Kuno!
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes, you should go back there.
Alright.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Alright.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
What about you? Do you have anything to say?
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Alright. Bye.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Okay, I'm gonna... Is this a bit of save scumming? It might be. I feel like I have to pass this.
Pile of the roofing, because there's
Okay.
a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Yeah, pull the panels aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Hey. We did the do.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Alright. Well, we have access to it now, at least. That's cool. And I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. So, that's good stuff. Okay, we're getting more and more details about everything. Gradually, we're learning more and more about the world and the people. The vibe, the sort of, like, what's happened to us as well. And, like, the fact we can't remember anything. Like, we're gradually getting our footing, while also trying to just do our best to make this case work out. So yeah, I don't know, it's been really interesting. I'm genuinely really liking this game. It's been really good. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you KY, thank you Flawberry, thank you Ray if you're still watching. Thank you Justy Logo, thank you J Boogie, thank you Jess, thank you Flawberry. I might have said Flawberry twice. Thank you Joel, thank you Ali. Thank you anybody else that's popped by and looked. I appreciate you. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow for another Disco Elysium stream. Yeah, I will see you then. Take it easy. Bye bye.